Did you know that some people earn more money while they're sleeping than most people make working 40 hours a week? I'm not talking about winning the lottery or getting lucky. I'm talking about regular people who figured out how to build what I call money machines, systems that keep making money even when they're not working. Think about it. Right now, while you're watching this video, someone somewhere is making money from a rental property they bought 5 years ago. Someone else is earning money from a book they wrote once. And another person is collecting money from a business that runs itself. They're all doing the same thing you're doing right now, maybe watching YouTube, sleeping, or hanging out with family. But their bank accounts are growing. If you've ever felt exhausted from working so hard just to pay your bills, or if you've wondered why some people seem to have all the time in the world while still getting richer, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how rich people make money while they sleep. And more importantly, how you can start doing it too, even if you're starting with very little money. What does making money while you sleep really mean? Before we dive in, let's make sure we're on the same page. When I say making money while you sleep, I don't mean some get-rich-quick scheme or magic trick. I'm talking about building systems that generate income without you having to trade your time for money every single day. Think of it like this. Most people work like a hamster on a wheel. They run and run and run. And when they stop running, the wheel stops moving and the money stops coming. But rich people work more like farmers. They plant seeds, water them, and then those seeds grow into trees that produce fruit year after year, even when the farmer is sleeping. The technical term for this is passive income, but I like to call it sleep money because it's money that flows to you whether you're awake or not. And here's the thing that might surprise you. Most wealthy people didn't start wealthy. They just learned how to plant the right seeds early and often. Method 1. The dividend money tree. Let me tell you about Stick Sam. Sam works at a regular job, but 5 years ago, he started doing something different. Instead of spending all his extra money on things that lose value, Sam started buying tiny pieces of big companies. We call these stocks. Here's where it gets interesting. Some of these companies are so successful that they share their profits with people who own their stock. It's like if you owned a piece of a lemonade stand, and every few months, the stand gave you a share of the money they made. These payments are called dividends. Sam started small. He bought stock in companies that make things people need every day, like the company that makes your toothpaste or the one that provides electricity to your house. These companies have been around for decades and make steady profits. Now, 5 years later, Sam gets checks in the mail every 3 months. Last quarter, he got $800 just for owning pieces of these companies. He didn't have to work for that money. He didn't even have to think about it. The companies just sent him his share of their profits. The beautiful part? Sam uses that $800 to buy more stock, which means he'll get even bigger checks next time. It's like planting seeds that grow into trees and then using the fruit from those trees to plant even more trees. You might be thinking, but I don't have thousands of dollars to buy stock. Here's the good news. You can start with as little as $25. There are apps and websites that let you buy tiny fractions of expensive stocks. You could literally buy a piece of a company that costs $500 per share by investing just $25. Method 2. The rental property. Cash machine. Now let me tell you about Lazy Lisa. Lisa figured out something really clever. She realized that everyone needs a place to live, but not everyone wants to buy a house. So Lisa bought a small house and rented it out to someone else. Here's how her money machine works. Lisa's house payment is $1,200 per month, but she rents it out for $1,800. That means every single month, even when she's sleeping, traveling, or binge-watching Netflix, $600 flows into her bank account. That's $7,200 per year for doing basically nothing. But wait, it gets better. Over time, 2 things happen. First, the person renting the house pays down Lisa's loan for her. And second, the house itself becomes worth more money. So Lisa is making money in 3 ways: monthly cash flow, loan pay down, and property appreciation. You might be thinking, but I can't afford to buy a house. And you're probably right. Most people can't buy a rental property with cash. But here's what Lisa did. She saved up enough money for a down payment, and the bank lent her the rest. Then she used the rent money to pay the bank back. If buying a whole house seems impossible, you could start smaller. Maybe you rent out a room in your current house, or you could partner with other people to buy a property together. Some people even start by buying a small duplex, living in one side and renting out the other side. Method 3. The Digital Product Empire. Let me introduce you to Creative Chris. Chris loves to draw, and he's pretty good at it. But instead of just drawing pictures and keeping them in a folder, Chris did something smart. He created a course teaching other people how to draw cute animals. Chris spent about 3 months creating this course. He made videos, wrote guides, and put it all together in a nice package. Then he put it online for $97. That was 2 years ago. Since then, Chris has sold over 3,000 copies of his course. That's nearly $300,000 from work he did once. Every week, while Chris is sleeping, people find his course online, buy it, and automatically get access to it. Chris doesn't have to do anything. His computer handles everything. But here's what's really cool. Chris didn't stop there. He created more courses, wrote an ebook, and even licensed his cute animal drawings to companies that put them on t-shirts and coffee mugs. Now he has multiple streams of income, all flowing from creative work he did once. You don't have to be an artist to do this. Maybe you know how to fix cars, cook amazing meals, or even just organize your closet really well. Someone out there wants to learn what you know, and they're willing to pay for it. The key is to create something once that can be sold over and over again. It could be an online course, an ebook, a set of templates, or even a mobile app. The internet never sleeps, which means your digital products can make money 24 hours a day. Method 4. The royalty revenue stream. Here's a story that might surprise you. Back in 1968, a songwriter named Paul Anka rewrote the lyrics to a French song for Frank Sinatra. The song was called My Way, and it became one of Sinatra's biggest hits. Paul Anka still gets paid every single time that song plays on the radio, in a movie, or even when someone covers it. He wrote those lyrics over 50 years ago, and they're still making him money today. That's the power of royalties. But you don't have to be a famous songwriter to earn royalties. Today, there are lots of ways to create things that can pay you over and over again. You could write a book and earn money every time someone buys it. You could create stock photos and earn money every time someone downloads them. You could even create sound effects or music for videos and earn money every time they're used. The key is creating something that people will want to use again and again, and then making sure you get paid every time they do. Method 5. The automated business system. Finally, let me tell you about Systematic Steve. Steve runs a business, but here's the thing. He barely works in it anymore. How is that possible? Steve spent time setting up systems that run themselves. He has a website that takes orders automatically. He has suppliers who ship products directly to customers without Steve ever touching them. He has software that handles customer service for common questions. And he has employees who take care of the few things that still need a human touch. Steve's business is like a well-oiled machine. Money comes in, products go out, and Steve just monitors everything to make sure it's running smoothly. He might spend a few hours a week checking on things, but most of his time is free. You might think you need a lot of money to start a business like this, but Steve started small. He began by selling just one product online. When that worked, he added another product, then another. He gradually built his systems one piece at a time. The secret is automation. Every time Steve found himself doing the same task over and over, he found a way to automate it. Every time he answered the same customer question, he added it to his automated FAQ system. Little by little, he built a business that runs itself. How to get started. Your first steps. Now, you might be feeling excited, but also overwhelmed. This all sounds great, you might be thinking, but where do I actually start? Here's the truth. Every wealthy person started with their first dollar. They weren't born rich. They just learned how money works and started building their systems early. If you want to start building your own money machines, here's what I recommend. Start with whatever method interests you most. If you like the idea of owning pieces of companies, open an investment account and buy your first stock. If you're interested in real estate, start by learning about your local market. If you're creative, think about what you could teach others. The most important thing is to start. Even if you can only invest $25 a month, that's $25 more than you were investing before. Even if you can only work on your side business for 30 minutes a day, that's 30 minutes more than you were working on it before. Remember, rich people aren't smarter than you. They just understand something that most people don't. The difference between working for money and having money work for you. The power of starting now. Here's something that might motivate you. Because of something called compound interest, starting early is way more powerful than starting with a lot of money. Let's say you start investing $100 a month when you're 25. By the time you're 65, you'll have over $350,000. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, you'll only have about $170,000. That's the power of time. The same is true for all these methods. The sooner you start building your money machines, the more time they have to grow and multiply. Your sleep money starts today. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one method from this video and take one small action toward it this week. Don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one thing and start there. Maybe you'll open an investment account and buy your first stock. Maybe you'll start brainstorming ideas for a digital product you could create. Maybe you'll start looking at rental properties in your area, even if you can't afford one yet. The point is to start. Because while you're sleeping tonight, someone else's money machine is making them richer, and there's no reason why that someone can't be you. Remember, every dollar you earn while you sleep is a dollar of freedom. It's a dollar that means you don't have to work as hard tomorrow. It's a dollar that brings you closer to the life you really want. If you learned something new today, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Save it so you can come back to it when you're ready to take action. And most importantly, start building your own money machine, one stick figure step at a time. The wealthy aren't wealthy because they're lucky. They're wealthy because they understand how money works. Now you do too. The question is, what are you going to do with that knowledge?